Well, I'm not surprised at all because, I mean, in the spirit of what TMZ does and what they are known for, this is right up their alley. I mean, they're shock value entertainment. Personally, I file them under Ratchet Television, and I am not a fan of Ratchet Television. Um, why would he change the headline? Why wouldn't he stick by his brand? So I'm not surprised at all. I mean, initially when I read the headline and, I saw the interview that Tony Perkins from Fox 5 DC conducted with him, I felt like, wow, Harvey Levin's an asshole. And he probably is, but I mean, he's really just doing his job. He's really doing his job. I think it's definitely insensitive given the circumstances. I mean, the guy's dead, okay? The guy died, okay? Marion Barry's dead. And I met him personally a few years ago while I was working, and he didn't come off to me as a politician at all. He came off as a really nice guy, really soft-spoken. I got a kick out of talking to him. I enjoyed meeting him much more than I enjoyed meeting any other Washington, D.C. mayor that just reminded me of a freaking politician. I lived in Maryland, so I know what it's like. In the Washington, D.C. area, Mayor Barry is a big deal. Marion Barry is a big deal. So, it really just comes off as insensitive and disrespectful with that headline. As far as I know, people aren't mad about the article. They're mad about the headline. And, I mean, it's insensitive. I mean, sure, Harvey Levin's not dumb. I mean, he knows he could have came up with a better headline than that, something a little more considerate, It could have said former Washington, D.C. mayor. It could have said anything else. It didn't have to say crack mayor. I'm not surprised at all because that's TMZ. That's what they do. Now, I feel sorry for, Mayor Marion Barry's, his family, his friends, and everyone in the D.C. area that, are really emotionally offended by this. I heard that a lot of people were petitioning. They've been, complaining like crazy on the TMZ website. I feel bad for them. You know what I'm saying? Because it's sad. I mean, it's not like the guy's still alive and, he got caught, smoking, crack cocaine again after he just, did the interview with Oprah. I mean, the guy's dead. I mean, come on. I would at least show some consideration for the family. That's what I would do. That's not what Harvey Levin would do. But, no, I mean, I'm not mad. And like I said, I'm not surprised either. I mean, that's what TMZ is known for. So why so surprised? Now, you never say never, so there definitely is a possibility that, perhaps Harvey Levin might change his mind and be like, well, okay, I'll change the headline, which I highly doubt. I wouldn't hold my breath on that at all. Because things like this are possible, but it really depends on who you're talking about, and it depends on what type of pressure is applied. I'll give you an example. Once upon a time, there was this show called Dennis Miller Live that I used to watch on HBO. It was an awesome show, all right? You never heard of Dennis Miller? Google him. He's funny as heck. Now, his show went off the air. Now, I don't know if this is true. Correct me if I'm wrong. I heard his show went off the air because he was so anti-George W. Bush. That's why I heard his show ended. Dennis Miller's a comedian. He's funny. He's harshly hardcore. Not quite like George Carlin or anything like that, but he's hardcore. He would go in on George W. Bush. I remember it. But I think it really just reflected the attitude of a lot of people at that time. Because I remember when the election went down, when George W. Bush became the president, and I was pissed off because I'm like, wait a minute, okay, so this dude cheats. Everyone knows he cheated, but yet we're still going to let him have the win. He still becomes the president. Word? And that was the first time I really thought to myself, like, wow, like, yo, this election crap is a joke. Like, I'm just saying, I don't know if that's true. I heard that's why Dennis Miller Live was taken off the air, which I thought was odd because it was such a widely popular show. Not just on HBO, on television. So it really depends on who you're talking about. Do I think TMZ will be canceled or any consequences or repercussions will come to Harvey Levin or his staff or his brand for this crack mayor headline thing for Marion Barry? No, not really. I really don't think so. I think he's pretty sure of himself. I don't think he's going to lose any sleep over this. I think it's just going to be another day at the office for TMZ and the TMZ staff. Yeah. So, but I think it's kind of foolish because it's foolish because look, it's like usually the stories I've seen TMZ before. It's it's I guess it's good for what it is. I mean, usually the stories that are on the TMZ television episodes that are on the website, it's their camera crew, spotting celebrities, and sometimes you'll get a Kanye West or a whomever, somebody that the camera crew catches them, gets on their bad side maybe, and you might get some animated feedback from some of these celebrities because maybe they get a little irritated with the TMZ crew or the staff person that's engaging with them at the time. And, usually the TMZ crew, you see them all on TV back at their office. They're all laughing, getting a kick out of it. And that's great for them because laughter is healthy. So I can't be too mad at you about that. But see, this is a story where the target isn't a celebrity or a public figure per se, or, the people that their staff, their members that work around them. No, now you're actually directly offending your viewership, TMZ, Harvey Levin, because these are the people that are complaining about the headline. I don't care if they're from Washington, D.C. I don't care where they're from in the United States. The people that are complaining about this headline are people that watch your show. I do not watch TMZ actively. So I do not give a fudge sickle, okay? I think the headline's whack. I think it's definitely inconsiderate, and it's, just very insensitive, to the family and the friends and people that are really sad that this man just died, okay? That's who you're pissing off people that watch your show. You're not pissing me off, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I didn't complain. I didn't go to the TMZ website and say, Harvey, you're an asshole, this, blah, 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 write you a paragraph of a comment on the, page stating, my disgust for, that headline. No, that's not me. No, these are people that, have an emotional connection with, former DC Mayor Marion Barry, and you pace it basically with your stance on the issue, which is your stance. Basically, you're just looking at all of them square in the face, and you're just like, F you. These are your viewers. Hey, these are your viewers. So if that's how you feel, I mean, that's fine. That's your business. I mean, I think it's foolish because why would you piss off your audience? Your audience that specifically watches your show because of what TMZ is known for, these shock value type, these stories, these interaction, these stories, and these, these impromptu meetings with celebrities and public figures. But that's not the case here. A man died, a man that a lot of people cared about, that consider, I mean, and this goes back to the civil rights movement in the 1960s and 70s. I mean, so a lot of black people are going to take it, racial. They're going to make it a racial issue. They're going to take it as a racial insult. So, I mean, I really wish you'd have thought that through, Harvey Levin. I really wish you'd have thought that through, man. I know you're going to do what you do. I'm sure you're an asshole because I'm an asshole. It takes one to know one. I don't think that was the best thing you could have did, but whatever. I don't think TMZ is going to suffer that much from this at all, if at all. I just don't think it's the best decision. And I guess I got some links to some stuff that I was watching online, so I'll leave that in the description box below. You can tell me what you think if you would like. All I got to say is, just don't. You shouldn't be that surprised. You really shouldn't be that surprised. It really depends on who you're talking about in this day and age, in this society. It really depends on who you're talking about and what type of pressure gets applied in response, what type of consequences and repercussions come along with that person that's under fire by whatever media source. You know what I mean? So, hey, I'm just saying, son,